Hi there, today I'm going to make a simple, beautiful, and of course, delicious cheese board for your next holiday get-together. It's really simple and it just takes about 5 steps. First, you need to decide on a theme. So today I'm going to do a Christmas board and a New Year's board. These are just really easy, festive appetizers for your party. Next, you need to select your cheeses. So at Kelowna Creamery, we have a variety of cheeses that would be great for your cheese board. One good guide to follow is that you want to get an aged cheese, you want to get a soft creamy cheese. It's always good to throw in a blue cheese as well. We have the Maytag blue cheese from Iowa, which is a good choice. It's great with honey. And then also a spread is a good thing to include because maybe if somebody's unfamiliar with the other cheeses, a spread is always a good option. Third, you need to find the perfect pairings to go with your cheese. So it's good to have a variety of sweet and savory options. So for the sweet side, it's good to include fruit. When I make my cheese boards at home, I like grapes and apples. It's always important to use what's in season. That always adds a little something special. You can also use dried fruit, like dried apricots or cranberries, especially for this time of the year. You also want to include a nice chocolate. That's my personal favorite. So I choose a nice dark chocolate on my cheese board and you just cut it up and lay it out, and it's a great pairing with a lot of different cheeses. Another thing that can be delicious is a marmalade or like a honey to go with cheese. Honey is especially good with a blue cheese. In Kelowna Creamery, we sell the quince paste marmalade. Quince is similar to a pear, so it's a really good sweet option that you can just put a cracker, cheese, and then top it with this. It's delicious. So now that we have the sweet covered, you also want to include some savory options. So a couple things that you can include is a good salami or prosciutto. At Kelowna Creamery, we have this black truffle salami, which is a good option. And then nuts, of course, are always good to include, whether it's almonds, toasted walnuts, candied walnuts. Those are all good options. And then the next step you want to do is choose your carb. So it can either be a bread or a cracker. At Kelowna Creamery, we sell these Porter crackers. And they're a great accompaniment to your cheese plate. This is a winter wheat. We have a few other varieties as well. But a nice cracker is always good for your cheese board. Finally, it's all about the display. You have to make a dynamite display. So today I'm using my favorite cutting board from JK Creative, and they're actually a Kelowna-based company, and we sell all varieties of cheese boards in Kelowna Creamery Shop and Deli. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of the cheese. This is the soft cheese. It's a triple cream cheese that we have here at the creamery. So you can see that that's a very soft cheese. And you just want to make sure that your cheese is dispersed evenly on your board. So then this is that Maytag blue cheese that I talked about earlier. We have it at these little sizes, and also if you want a specific size chunk, we can do that as well and get you a wedge to take home. So that's the blue cheese. And then this is the Mont Amour, which is our aged cheese. And then we have the Milton Creamery Quark, which is a creamy style cheese, similar to a spreadable, any other spreadable cheese or cream cheese. And if you're using a spread, you can either leave it in this container. If you want something a little bit more fancy, you can always put it in a little glass jar or any sort of decorative dish that you have. For today, I'm just gonna leave it in the container and put it in the back here. So then when you have your cheese set on, you can always, like with the blue cheese, since it is a crumbly cheese, you can always just crumble a bit off. It gives it a unique look. Or you can slice it. This is also tends to be a little bit crumbly, but that does slice. So just a little bit, and then you can leave your knife on the board and people can cut it as they eat it. And the same with this soft cheese. Now since that is super soft, it's always good to have a cute little spreader, which will help them when they're putting it on their cracker. It's always good to have about 3 to 5 different cheeses. You can figure about 2 to 3 ounces of cheese per person if you're doing it like an appetizer. So then we have our quince paste marmalade. The same thing with the quince. You can always put it in a different container if you want it to look a certain way, and it's a really good option to have. With the fruit, if it's dried fruit, I just like to kind of set it all around. Like, it goes with a lot of these different types of cheeses. So it's a good addition anywhere you want to put it. Then of course, fresh fruit is always a great option. And you don't want to make these slices too large, because you just take a bite and then go in for another style of cheese. It's all about presentation. Oh, I can't forget the chocolate. That's important. So like I said, I like a good dark chocolate. This is a chocolate bar from Kelowna Chocolates here in town. We sell a variety of their chocolates here, and you can really use whatever you like. And just either break it up or cut it up into little pieces, whatever works for what you're planning on doing. And then the crackers, you can either serve those on the side, or if your cheese board is big enough, you can also put that on the display. For now, I'm just gonna leave these to the side. And then the next step to really make your display something special is to decorate it. So I just pulled some of the items off of my Christmas tree this morning because I thought they would be cute for our display. So these are just, you know, fake berries. Makes it look a little bit more festive. And you want your display to look full. So same with little evergreen sprigs. Those are always a good option this time of year. I mean, and since I had the apple, I can always put that in the corner. So then with the meat, you can just kind of place that wherever it looks good. Again, you want it to be as full looking as possible. So a great thing to have with your cheese board is a drink. So we have this really awesome product, and it's Glog. We have two different varieties. It's a non-alcoholic wintry drink. You can drink it at room temperature, you can drink it hot or cold, and it's a great way to accompany your cheese plate. So I said in the beginning that I'm also making a New Year's plate. So let's just take the same cheese, meats, and sides that we have here, but it's really as simple as just swapping out your decor elements. So for New Year's, it can be kind of fun to use some festive party jewels. So you can always use those and just sprinkle them around. And then this is just fabric that I had at my house, which can also be a good way to dress it up a little bit if your party's a little bit fancier. All right, and that's it. 5 simple ways to make a beautiful holiday cheese board. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope you come into Kelowna Creamery and pick up some cheese of your own. Happy holidays.